Alright guys, thank you for tuning in to today's video. I want to discuss the relatively new released Hasbro Classified series for the Vamp, which is basically like their Jeep attack vehicle. The reason why I have these vehicles in front of me, I think I want to talk about scale. So this is a 12th scale remote control crawler. It kind of give you a perspective really how big this Vamp's going to be, because this is also sort of a compact off-road vehicle. So the Vamp should just be ever so slightly smaller than this, because this is, like I said, a 10th scale. The Vamp being 12th scale. So in the remote control world, 10th scale is your standard size. They can get really, really big, all the way up to 5th/6th scale, which I own a few of those. But this is a very expensive hobby. This, just to put in perspective, a cheaper crawler like this, they go on sale, but this is basically a $300 crawler. This thing has serious, when I say suspension, we're talking real shocks, oil-filled shocks, some serious independent suspensions. You're not going to get this kind of travel in this toy that we're about to get from Hasbro. But as you can see here, remove my Crimson Bat out of the way. As you can see, the articulation on this bad boy is pretty intense. I would love for someone to make a body you could throw on top of this, because all these things are, you can just switch whatever body. So it'd be really cool for someone to make a classified, well, not classified, but a G.I. Joe body, a Vamp body, for one of these bad boys. That would be really, really cool. But the reason I have this in the video is because I want to talk scale. We're talking price point, you have to talk scale. So, you know, this thing's coming in just under $100. That's $99.99 with pretty much free shipping, regardless if you're a premium member or Pulse member or whatever they call it. You know, I don't pay for that premium subscription, but I've already ordered a few things off of Pulse, and if you're over a certain price point, I can't remember, it's $60 or $70, you get free shipping anyway. I'll probably do a whole nother video on whether or not I think it's worth having their premium membership. Comment below if you can see a video on that. So once again, this is the Crimson Bat right here. To kind of put it into perspective, the scale here. The Vamp that's being released was a 12th scale, so this is slightly bigger at a 10th scale. Remember, as the number gets smaller, vehicles get bigger. In the remote control world, we can go up to a 5th scale vehicle, which is pretty insanely big. I might be flashing up one of my 5th/6th scale trucks right now. They're pretty intensely big. You see the driver isn't that much bigger looking than the Crimson Bat right here. So once again, what are we getting with this Vamp vehicle? We're getting a figure, so that's valued right there, roughly 25 bucks for a basic figure. We are getting independent, we're getting some sort of suspension. I don't think it's going to be quite as crazy as you'd get in a remote control crawler that has really independent suspension with shocks that are filled with oil, just like a real vehicle. But nonetheless, some sort of suspension, which would be great for articulation, great for pictures. And at that price point, you know, I think it's pretty fair. You know, how do we judge price, right? We're not the manufacturer, we're not the retailer, so it's hard to say what profit margins these companies need. You know, they got employees, they got to advertise, and they got to make a profit. So really, as a consumer, we just look at what you get elsewhere. That's how we sort of typically judge price. So, for example, if you collect Joes, you probably collect other IPs, such as, you know, I think I'm a big collector in the TMNT world. I collect a lot of NECA movie turtle lines and even the Toon line, and they usually give you great value with their figures. It's a licensed product. Typically you get 2 figures, slightly bigger than the Classified series here. Extreme articulation, great paint applications, and a ton of accessories, more than you get with the Hasbro Classified series. And you usually get 2 figures for 60 bucks. So the reason why I'm bringing them up is because they just got a ton of scrutiny if you pay attention to their series for their sewer layer. They're releasing a diorama sewer layer, probably something like this big, for your Toon series for $299.99 plus shipping. So they just got a ton of scrutiny, and the reason for that is people just look at what they've paid for other products. You know, you can get, in the turtle world, you can get, NECA also produces another diorama, I'm probably flashing up right now, and that's like 150 bucks. So a lot of people just didn't see the value why you're paying twice the money for something, even with couches and all the accessories, which actually most of that stuff is not included. That's a separate package. So how do we assess the value of the Vamp? Essentially, like I just mentioned, we look at other price points, and if we look at other Hasbro vehicles, Something like the His Tank sold really well. I think that was $2.99, so we're talking like a third of the price less for this Vamp, and we get a figure, so that's $25 right there. So roughly $75 for the vehicle. I was really hoping we were going to come in around $80, but really $100 you can't complain. And it's supposed to be an exclusive product, so it's not like, in theory, because everyone's joking now, if you're on any of the Facebook pages, forums, whatever, everyone's joking about finding even like the HasLab His Tank at Ollie's, because you're starting to find things magically appearing at Ollie's. You can actually get, people are finding the Crimson Guard, not the bat, for $5. I actually just picked up, ironically, this His Tank. My buddy found it $13. I can't tell you last time I've seen these anywhere, so I'll probably do a separate video on what's going on with that. But when it comes to something that's an exclusive product, you already know that if you play the waiting game or try to wait it out to see if it goes on clearance, it's probably not going to happen. So at $100 we get the figure. We know it's almost the size of this. Once again, I have the Classified series figure right here for scale purposes. We have some sort of suspension that comes with the vehicle, some sort of rubber tires that comes with the vehicle. Way more details in the actual cockpit of the toy, because this is a remote control. This is meant to go off-road. The body is really not where you're putting your money. You take this body, it's really everything underneath this body, that remote control, where the value comes in with full suspension, drive shaft, a motor, transmission, receiver. These things can get pretty expensive pretty fast. If you want to get like for example, a licensed crawler, Traxxas is a major brand that makes remote controls, and they can sell you a licensed Ford Bronco crawler, same size as this one. That's about $600. So once again, I'm kind of using this for scale purposes, guys. This is going to be very similar in scale, slightly bigger, because this is once again a 10 scale versus the Vamp is a 12 scale, because these are 12 scale figures at 6 inches. But comment below. This is going to be a short video. Did you pick up the Vamp? Did you pick up multiple Vamps? Did you think they're expensive, or the price is just perfect? I think it's a pretty extremely fair price. We do live in 2023. Everything's more money, and we're seeing that across the board. And when you look at other products that you can scoop up, it seems like the price point's right there. And from what I could tell, when I'm on either on any of the Facebook pages I follow or just any sort of social media, it seems like everyone's pretty happy with the price and they're picking them up. So I have not ordered mine yet. I'm waiting it out a little bit, only because the holidays are coming around. You got a budget, man. You can really start spending some money in these hobbies really fast. But comment below, did you scoop up the Vamp? How many did you scoop up? And do you think the price is good? And if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button for me, guys. And please, if you would like to consider subscribing, I'd greatly appreciate it. It's a new channel. It's going to be built up. My editing will get better. So these videos are a little bit cringy. My apologies, but they will be getting better as we go. So once again, let me know in the comments below. I'll see you guys next video. I'm out. Peace.